What's up YouTube, it's Akio back with another video, and in today's video I have some exciting news. We're going to be talking about the MLS Next. So without further ado, please make sure you guys like and subscribe to this video if you're new, and let's get straight into this. So you might be asking, what is the MLS Next? The MLS Next is actually a brand new elite youth player developmental program promising to set new high standards, world-class standards for player development in North America. The MLS Next is a brand new player developmental model, a platform that will transform the way players learn and grow the game. The MLS Next is all about building where we've been, but looking forward into the future and taking youth soccer into the complete next level. So basically, when you look at the DA Soccer Academy that was recently canceled a year ago, this is basically a brand new revamped version of that DA Soccer. So I know this is going to be very exciting for a lot of kids, and I want a lot of you guys to really push for this if this is something you want. In the MLS Next, there's over 9,000 players across Canada and United States, and it features over 90% of the current youth national team player pools. The MLS Next will encompass over 489 teams across 113 clubs. And with this is 6 different age groups. So together, they're basically charting a brand new future for the sport. Major League Soccer is very excited to start this brand new MLS Next development because they want their academy players to make sure they're reaching their potential for hopefully playing on the first team one day. I know a lot of you guys that are trying to get into academies, and even you guys that are in academies right now, this is going to be something huge for you guys. This development is really going to help push your levels to the top. So make sure you're doing the right things. Make sure you're staying healthy. Make sure you're working hard. Make sure you're putting in the extra work because it's the people that do the extra work that get to the top. You got players like Christian Pulisic. He came from the academy ranks that some of you guys are in. So this is an opportunity for anybody to really get that exposure and really get out to the top. So now let's look at how the MLS Next will actually work. The MLS Next clubs will kick off their inaugural season this weekend, September 11th and 12th. Following safety protocols developed by federal, state, government officials, and also following the US soccer play-on guidelines. The competition structure actually prioritizes athletes, staff, community health and safety through regional play and minimize traveling. So basically what this means is that, they want to look after their own. They want to make sure that if this is going to be something they're going to continue, they have to make sure they're following guidelines and protocols. So they don't want to travel too much. They want to minimize traveling, and they want to make sure that they can set up a schedule where it best suits everyone. So like I said, the MLS Next will feature 6 different age groups. Those age groups are U13, U14, U15, U16, U17, and U19. So I don't know about you guys, but that sounds to me like a lot of kids can play, a lot of athletes can push for these teams. The competition will highlight local rivalries and eliminate air travel and overnight trips, with select matches to be played at a neutral site in a central location. So they want to make sure these games are benefiting both teams, not one team is traveling all across the country just to play another team. So they're going to keep it local, they're going to keep it centered, so everybody's benefiting from this. So for example, I'm here at RGV Toros. RGV Toros would basically bust down and go play a team like San Antonio FC or Austin FC Academy. So that's basically how it's going to work. So clubs in areas with limited matches due to the restrictions of COVID-19 will actually play additional local matches. So if you can't go out and travel a little bit to go play a team, they're going to just schedule you a few more games with your local rivalry. The MLS Next Fall 2020 competition schedule is being created and announced in 4-week phases in order to allow for adjustments to evolving health and safety recommendations. So if they need to change up anything within the plan, anything within the schedule, they can do so safely and efficiently. The first week of matches of the MLS Next have been released, and future matches and schedule updates will be released throughout the fall competition on the MLS Next website. Consisting of elite year-round competition, MLS Next seasons beyond 2020 will feature regional and national competitions that will engage the global soccer community to accelerate the growth of each individual MLS Next player. And a little cool fact is that the MLS Next will actually be partnering up with Adidas, so Adidas can create a brand new game ball with the MLS Next logo on it. Now, as we move into the coaching standpoint of the MLS Next, high-quality coaching is central to the development and growth of players. The MLS Next coaches are going to be working and collaborating with the global leaders in this space, including the French Football Federation. So when you look at the French Football Federation, France just won the World Cup. and their coaches are top class, best in the world. So having the French Football Federation to come here and train our coaches is very exciting, and it should be very exciting for you guys if you guys want to be playing in this MLS Next. You guys are going to be playing with top coaches, you guys are going to be scouted and recruited by top coaches, and it's only going to bring you upwards in the ranks. The French Football Federation has provided their world-class training to over 1,000 coaches across North America and across the world, and that number increases every single year. Importantly, while winning games is the most important standard, MLS Next coaches will be measured by the development and growth of each single player. Their goals are to make sure that players are signing pro contracts, players are moving up in the ranks, and also players are signing top college scholarships. So an MLS Next coach might not be winning the championships in MLS Next, but if players are progressing and players are moving up in the ranks, signing full scholarships, and going pro, that's what they want. That's the main reason of all of this. But if players aren't progressing and players aren't doing that well, then coaches might be getting the boot, new coaches might be coming in. So it's very, very nice that they have the structure like this and they're looking after the players, not just the coaches and wanting to win games. Everything here is for the player. Each MLS Next player will receive a holistic plan for their personal development and their personal growth. So that includes on-field tactics, that includes strength and conditioning, academic, college placement, and anything else tailored specifically for that player. The MLS Next recognizes the challenges of COVID-19 and the impact it's had on all of us in the past 5, 6, 7 months. And with the cancellation of our fall sports, NCAA, D1, D2, D3, the cancellation of all these schools has raised a lot of questions in college recruitment by players and their families. So the MLS will actually aim to provide more opportunities to more players to broaden the pool of talent in this new elite youth landscape. They will also aim to have more open trials for new athletes to showcase their talents, because the MLS Next does believe that, the next superstar could be anywhere. It could be no-cost and low-cost programs will be introduced across the country to ensure that they're reducing barriers for new players so they can enter the pathway to professional soccer. Sometimes I do wish I was a little bit younger, like 12, 13, so I can get put into these academies and that can really elevate my game into the professional lifestyle. But, everyone has a different path, and this is actually just very exciting for a lot of you guys, and I'm very excited for you guys as well. So my take on all of this is amazing. I want you guys to push for this. This is something you guys want. I want you guys to get on these teams, and I'm gonna put a list somewhere up here about all the teams. You can look at all the teams that are gonna be in this MLS Next, and if they're anywhere near you, I want you to go try out for these teams, because this is a brand new program. This is a great youth elite program for you guys to really excel and one day play professionally. There's been so many youngsters that came from these academies here in the MLS, and they've gone out to be the best players across the world. And a good example is Alphonso Davies. And this is possible for anyone. Anybody can reach that dream. Anybody can reach that goal. You just have to make sure you're working hard and you continue to push every single day. Please strive for it. Please stay determined, driven, and disciplined in your goals, and just push, because you never know where you're gonna end up. They have this set for you guys. And even if it's education, playing at a top Division I college, that's 100% doable. But if you want to be one of the best players in the world, that is also doable as well. Anybody can get there. So I'm all for this. I'm super excited this is going on, and I'm happy that I can make this video for you guys so you guys can actually enjoy it and start to push and start to look up to something. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, please comment down below, or please message me in my Instagram DMs. I'll try to get to all of them. And that's basically it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. I like to post content all the time. I want to try to be as consistent as I can. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. William Akio's out.